get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me up in this daggone break room, y'all. Oh boy. All right. Y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail, okay? Y'all know what we're going to get into this good Wednesday afternoon. Happy hump day to each and every one of you all. Hope everybody is feeling good and doing great. Child, I don't even want to hold y'all too long. We're going to look at this 17-minute video that Wine Glass put out. I got through about 5 minutes of the video. I said, no. I said, oh, no, ma'am. I said, oh, I'm not going to watch this by myself. I said, I'm about to send out a call. I said, hootie hoo. I said, break room. Where you at, y'all? Come on through, chat. Come on through. Oh, I can't watch this by my daggone self. Oh, no, ma'am. I said, let me call up the break room and tell them get their tails on up in here. Because, honey, Wine Glass had a message for the people. So I don't know if you guys know, but Wine Glass has came up with yet another brainiac idea. Sis want to sell inspirational t-shirts, okay? I think they're empowerment t-shirts or something. I don't know, okay? No, they don't know nothing about that new me. Hootie hoo. Honey, I got to call my people. Child, I said, wait, hold on. What's up? Go get a girl. I said, Hunter, what you say you got going on over there, Wine Glass? I said, sis, what happened to the yeah, we in this thing, girl. I said, what happened to the pyramid, the situation, to get money quick, something over there? What happened to that? We not doing that no more. Then we was brand new because we got a job. We ain't like the regular common folk. We got brand new because we got a job. And then tax time is rapidly approaching. So then we had another revelation that we're going to quit our job and do YouTube full time. Now, we've had that revelation a couple of times, okay? But this time she said, no, I'm going to do this thing, okay? I'm going to do this. I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to do YouTube full time, okay? Y'all remember the last time we was over here, sis said, shouts out to almost 9,000. I said, girl, you act like that's 90,000, but okay, sis. Now, here's the thing. Let me say this, y'all. People have the right to have their own thoughts and opinions. I mean, a lot of times we listen to people that are highly educated, and sometimes they say things that we don't agree with. Just because you educated don't mean I got to believe everything you say, right? Because I have my own thoughts and opinion. But I don't know, y'all. It just kind of hits different when it's clear that you're not as educated. And then when you try to speak very educated on topics that can be considered sensitive to the community, okay? I don't know, okay? Y'all, that's why I don't get. Now look here. Let me tell y'all, son. TMR is far from a dummy, okay, girl? But girl, I know there's some topics I'm just not gonna even try to challenge. I don't wanna, okay? I just don't want to. And there's some things I will talk about, okay? Right, flower patch. Hey, Black Auntie. Black Auntie says seated, present. Hey, girl, okay? Oh, my God. In the first 5 minutes of this video, there was one thing that she said to me that I said, oh Lord, here she go. I said, oh, she sound like Chris over there. Miss TLD, girl. We say, I welcome this distraction, okay? It was one she said in this video, and I was like, sis said, yeah, no, that's not it. She talked about child support and how child support is designed to break up families. Oh, really? Oh, so you another one to think child support is a scam. Oh, okay, girl. Well, wine glass, if child support is granted to the mother or the father, whoever has custody, full custody of the children, wouldn't that already mean that the family is already broke up? you know, just a thought there. I'm thinking to myself, girl, are you okay? You said you locked in? Yes, Janae, girl. Get on up in here, child. Flower Pet said, wait, what? What'd she say? Girl, you want me to repeat it, Flower Pet? I am not repeating that. She was talking out her ass over there, Tay. Girl, hold on. Marika said, I told y'all she is stupid and not slow. If she was slow, she wouldn't say these stupid things. Marika, girl, you are so freaking funny all the way from them damn Canada streets, girl. You are too funny to me. Yes, sis, thank you so much. I appreciate you, baby. I see it. Girl, it's a whole situation. I got two phones, one for the host and one for the breast. And my other phone don't have my Cash App on there. So I seen it in my email, sis. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for looking out for me and thinking about me, baby. Thank you so much, Key Nicole. Girl. You said I get what she was trying to say. You do, John Doe? Okay. I mean, my thing is this. What she said in the video, and we're going to hear in a few minutes, what she said was, why should you pay child support to a mother? Why should a father pay child support to a mother? What did she say? I think she said if they're not together. Let her say it, because I can't remember exactly what she said verbatim. And God knows I don't want to mess it up. Okay. And you said she is saying her bae is paying child support for other kids and not enough money for their household. Well, that ain't got nothing to do with the other mothers. Then bae shouldn't have probably had that many children with her if he had children already prior to getting with her and he can't afford it. That's his fault. That ain't got nothing to do with the damn government. The government ain't out here telling you, yeah, just go have as many as you want. Yeah, even if you can't afford them. Yeah, just go on. Yeah, no, that's your choice. If you slanging that dang, okay, if you slanging that duck all over the United States and you can't afford to take care of all the creations you created, yeah, well, I mean, who problem is that? That's your problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, for real, John Doe, come on now. If he ain't got enough money to take care of the family he produced with her, then maybe he shouldn't have produced as many with her, so he could be able to take care of the ones before he got with her, during her, and hell, maybe even after her. Okay? You said Roberta needs get a job over there. Yeah, because you sitting up on disability talking about you got anxiety and you can't drive many places, but you can drive everywhere you want to go. But when it's time for you to drive other places other than where you want to go, then the anxiety kick in. I'm sorry, I got a problem with that. Okay, so let's get into Wine Glass real quick, y'all, because I don't want to hold y'all too long. I just want to jump on here real quick because I saw this video and I said, oh, no, ma'am, I'm not watching this by myself. Oh, y'all coming with me. Let's go, y'all.
So I'm talking about myself. I have so many stories that I can tell y'all what I went through. So when I was younger, I lived in a majority of a property neighborhood, like they was poor, low income, all the families, right? And I went to school with those kids, right? I didn't learn how to read. I didn't learn how to write. I was failing. I didn't even know how to read once I moved out. So my mom ended up moving us out into the suburbs, which is mainly white people, where we stay at. So
Pause. K Monette, now don't start now. I mean, poverty. Okay. Okay. So let me explain something a little bit about wine glasses. Wine glasses from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay. And if y'all know anything about Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or if you know anything about the state of Wisconsin, Milwaukee has the most, well, let me say this, has the highest concentration of African American population in the whole state of Wisconsin. Okay. And what she's saying is where she was brought up, she was brought up in the hood. So no disrespect to my Milwaukeeans, okay? Because honey, I got family that live in Milwaukee. My grandfather used to live in Milwaukee, so I know a lot about Milwaukee, okay? I'm from the Midwest, so I got family in Milwaukee, so I know about Milwaukee. I got family there right now, cousins right now they live there. Milwaukee has what I consider a big ass ghetto. I've never ever seen, like, I mean, obviously I've never been to every city in every state in the world, but Milwaukee has a very large population of ghetto. I'm gonna just say it like, and she probably stayed like off of, and to all my Milwaukee people, y'all know she probably stayed off of Valete. Or she probably stayed, I can't think of all the streets, Wisconsin Avenue. She probably stayed around there. For all my Milwaukee folks, y'all, or Milwaukee, yeah, Milwaukee people, y'all know what I'm talking about. And so it's not that the education is piss poor horrible there. There are white people that live in the inner city of Milwaukee. It's not just completely all black people, but there is a high concentration of blacks. There's a concentration of Hispanics and Germans and everything else. Okay, Milwaukee baby here, Miss Bougie know what I'm talking about, sis. You know where I'm at. So she said once her mother realized she couldn't read and write and everything else, her mama said, "Well, let me just go and move you to where Diamond lives now, which is Waukesha." And Waukesha is not that far from Milwaukee, y'all. It's like a rock throw. It's not like 2 hours away. It's probably, if anything, Deborah said, "I'm in Milwaukee, sis. I know where you at." It's probably, if anything, 30 minutes, if that. I can't remember exactly. It's anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. It's not super far, okay? And Waukesha does have a higher concentration, about 45 minutes. Okay, it has a higher concentration of the Caucasian population. Okay, it does, but there's black folks there too, right? And it's not to say that you can't get a good education in the city of Milwaukee. It just really depends on you as a person. Now, we know in all cities, there's not always good schools in what you call the public school system. But there are a lot of very educated people that came out of the public school system. So we're just not going to drag the public school system all the way down to the ground, because there's a lot of smart people that came out of the public school system. All right, so let's get into it.
The inner city is mainly poor people, and that's where the black people live, right? Here, where I'm at. And then my mom moved us majorly to the white neighborhood. So I had speech problems, which I still have speech problems. I had all types of stuff. And I really think this is just stemming off my ADHD.
True, Deborah.
That's another story here or there. So we can talk about that later. But how I feel is when I was younger and I went to those schools where majority of the poor people lived, I was bullied. Everybody had to have name brand stuff. If you didn't have name brand stuff, you was a bum. You got bullied. Um, if you was in a special ed class, you got bullied. I got bullied. People didn't like me.
Wine glass. That has nothing to do with the city of Milwaukee. That has to do with damn near every city in the 50 states, United States. Okay, it's not just exclusive to Milwaukee. See, wine glass, you got to broaden your horizon, sis. See, you ain't never left the state of Wisconsin, so you don't know. Yeah, there's 49 other states that same thing happens to. It's not where, it's not necessarily because you was in Milwaukee that's why that happened. Yeah, no, it happens to a lot of children, unfortunately, in schools all across. Hell, it happened to kids at private school. You know, it's not that you had to wear name brand. No, you don't have to wear name brand. Just maybe for some reason you weren't one of the girls that wore the fly gear. Okay, but let's be honest. She was probably in school in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So, you said Waukesha becoming ghetto now. Oh, really? Is it? Okay. So it's. I can see her saying this because she don't know nothing but Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's all she
know. People always thought that I was rolling my eyes. I have really big eyes, so every time I look at somebody, they want to fight me. I don't know why.
Wine glass, I'm gonna tell you why probably the girls wanted to fight you, and this is just a guess. Just watching you on social media and the way you act, you got like a little flippant attitude, flippant. Since you probably was acting a little sassy, girls probably didn't like, you know, how you get sassy and get smart rolling out. You probably thought you was a little tough. And obviously, there's probably chicks that thought they was a little tougher than you, okay? So they wanted to challenge you, okay? I'm not saying that Wine Glass was a troublemaker. I'm not going to go that far, but you know, her personality doesn't mesh with everybody. And so if there was probably a few little girls that wanted to reach out and touch her. You know what I'm saying? Like, probably. And that's why. It wasn't because the color of your skin, sis. I mean, let's be honest, sis. You brown skin, but since you ain't high yellow, you know what I'm saying? You're not like Livy said, because she was biracial. That's why she had problems. Sis, you are nowhere near from biracial, okay? So that wasn't, it was plenty of girls in the school that had the same skin tone as you, girl. You act like you high yellow, and we can see you without a flashlight. Yeah, no, sis. You just a brown skin chick. Girl, hush.
My mom said it was because of the color of my skin or whatever. It could be. I don't know. I'm the type of person that I love chocolate people. I love, like, they melanin, it does something to me. My man is chocolate. I love chocolate. I always wanted me a chocolate baby, and I got Naira. He's chocolate. I love melanin.
Sis, all of them three oldest ones, Nairi, RJ, and the little girl, all of them are chocolate. Their skin is darker than yours. So Nairi is the darkest child you got? Not from my eyeballs, but okay, girl.
Like, I love really dark people that glow, like they skin glow. Like, I don't know what it is. I love me some chocolate people. That's who I am. But our community.
She said she loves chocolate people. Sis, what is chocolate people?
Community is broken. And when I say broken, I mean that we are competing against each other. And it's sad to say, because this is what it is. Even on YouTube, we feel like we have to compete with somebody, right? Like, even the reactors, let's put this together. When I used to do reactions, my goal, my whole purpose of when you're reacting is to stop somebody from doing content, bully them so bad. This is what's in your mind. Bully them so bad so they can stop doing their content, right? get people to hate them, keep commenting, keep making up stories. I never made up no stories, but this is what they did. Keep commenting negative stuff to make them don't want to do that or get their views. This is the whole purpose. I don't care what nobody say. That's the whole purpose.
So let me stop you, sis. So Wineglass just stated the whole purpose of a reaction channel is to discredit the person that you're reacting on, make people hate the person that you're or persons that you're reacting on, make them lose views. The whole purpose of a reaction channel is to run them off the internet. Well, sis, if that's the case, then what would we continue to talk about if we run them off the internet? No, sis, but you know what the gag is? That's what you came to YouTube to do. You started your channel, the Wineglass and Chill channel, by doing reactions, sis. Matter of fact, some of the highest viewed videos that you have, I don't know if you got them on private, were reaction videos. It's the fact that she really thinks that. Girl, who is coming here to lie on somebody? We are giving our thoughts and opinions on what they publicly put on the internet. Where is the lie? Now, our opinion could be different than what they're intending to display, but again, it's your opinion. It don't have to match what their thoughts are because you're not in their head. Sis, are you okay? She said the whole point of a reaction video is to slander the person that you're reacting on. Not the fact that you're basically doing a reaction to what somebody put onto the public World Wide Web. It's not like we snuck in their back window and put a camera up there and then ran to the internet and said, look what I saw, look what I found. You know, that didn't happen, sis. No, maybe that was your intentions because it sounded like you reacted based off of jealousy. See, you was coming from, based off what you think a reaction video, you was coming from a jealous standpoint because it sounds like you were mad because you couldn't do what they were doing. Hence, that's what you're doing now. Imagine that. You went from reacting on the chicks that were living on the internet to now being one of the chicks who's living on the internet. Clock that T.
So as us being Black people, it hurts my heart that you get on here and you favoritize and be like, oh, I'm just going to keep down this person.
What is favoritize? What is that? How do you favoritize somebody? What is that? Could you give a brief description of what favoritism is and how that works?
I went through so much bullying when I was going to school. Like every time I go to school, people hated me. They hated me. I don't know what it is. I was very quiet. I was very observant. I'm very nice. I love to help people. That's just who I am in nature. But people cannot understand that. People don't like a person that has so much good energy. So how our Black
sis, come on now. Who don't like a person with good energy, sis? No. Wineglass, come on, baby. I don't know what's going on in that head of yours over there, ma'am, but it's kind of serious. It's the fact that you're raising 4 children with these thought processes. That's even scarier to me. You know what? Here's the thing. It's very obvious that Wineglass told us as a child growing up, she had problems with reading, writing, and speech. And I'm not mocking her for that, right? That's unfortunate that the system basically failed her. Let's be honest. In my opinion, her mama failed her because your mother clearly had to see what we're seeing now, because that's your mother, you're her child. She was with you every day, all day. It's a shame that your mother, in my opinion, did not take extra steps to help you in the areas that obviously you needed more help in. That's so unfortunate, because unfortunately for Wineglass, she's raised herself. Well, let me say this. She's been raised. She's now a grown woman. She's taking care of her own children. She mentions that her 4 children, or at least 3 of them, have some type of learning disability. I believe she said the oldest boy and the girl have some type of learning situations or AD or something to that effect. And it's unfortunate that you weren't given the help that you obviously needed. And now you have 4 children that you birthed that could potentially have some similar issues. And instead of you coming to the internet chastising people that you'll never meet in a day in your life, I'm not trying to stop her from having an opinion, because you can have an opinion, sis. However, it needs to be, her energy should be more focused on your family. Because let's be honest, y'all, we can't run the world. We can't change the world. We can't, we can, they say each one teach one, right? But even if you teach one, that don't mean that one is going to go teach the other one and just keep it going. It may not happen like that. So you could tell that Wineglass, as a child growing up, there was opportunities that were missed. And I think she probably feels some way about that. And you could tell that, in my opinion, that there's some things that she regrets as growing up as a child that she still deals with in her adult life. To me, that's what this conversation sounds like to me.
Community is like, focus on not trying to be a bum. Like, wearing Jordan $300, right? But you're poor. Why is you buying your kids $300 worth of shoes and you got multiple kids? So you're gonna spend a whole $1,000, which you could have got you a new car, but you rather for your kids to have Jordans on their feet. Like, come on, let's get it together. Like, our priorities are different.
Right. Everybody's priorities are different. So if a mother goes and takes her money and spends $1,000 on her kids some shoes, Wineglass, have you ever thought that she probably felt like, because I wasn't able to do this all year, my kids deserve this, so I'm gonna go and sacrifice and get my kids what I feel like they should want, that they want? Now, we understand Jordans is not the only shoe in the world. You can definitely get a nice pair of shoes for far cheaper. But maybe that woman doesn't need a new car, Diamond. Maybe she's good. And maybe she has a little extra money, and she's the type of mother that want to splurge on her children. There's nothing wrong with splurging. You work for this money. One thing's for sure, 2 things for certain. You definitely need to spend it responsibly. But when you die, girl, you can't take a damn penny of that money with you. So you might as well spend it while you're here. Just spend it wisely, but spend it while you're here. $1,000 car note for a 6-year-old minivan? Yikes.
And if you don't have this type of gear or whatever, they talked about that, and it's sad. Kids, Anderson, and fighting. They're fighting each other.
Kids are not fighting anymore about what you got on your feet and what you got on your body. That's not really happening like that anymore. Kids are fighting because they just damn bad. Now, Wineglass, are you saying that your children are experiencing this because they're not wearing the expensive shoes and the real, dripped out clothes to school? Are you saying that your children now are experiencing this? Huh? Is that what you're reflecting on? The fact that your children possibly, I'm not saying they are, but is this where this conversation is coming from? Because again, I haven't been in school in years, but I do have children that just left high school 10 plus years ago. Now, I do understand times are different than from 10 years ago, But even watching social media, I don't really see the kids on TikTok really flossing shoes and I mean they will put on some, they do people are designer, but I don't think it's as bad as it used to be. I really don't, because it's too much online shopping. Like it's too much. It's too many ways to get things without having to pay full price for it. Because you got a lot of stores, like you got shoe stores where you can go and get Jordans and you don't have to pay the $300. You can pay it for, like, it's too many. There's too many ways to be able to go around getting the designer things. So kids ain't really pressed like that, like they was back in late 80s, 90s. They're not really pressed because it's shopping is so advanced now. Like there's too many ways, too many outlets and boutiques and all type of ways that you can get the real nice gear, and you ain't, they ain't busting you upside your pockets. I don't know where she's coming with this. It's giving, this is what you wish you had, and now that you're an adult, you're still wishing that. Like this is what it's giving.
To be, this is my sister, my brother, even though we're not, this is the half, you know what I mean? Like every person, them my sisters. Like I don't care what nobody says, but this is not how we raising our kids up to be. We're raising our kids to hate ourselves and hate their culture, and people don't understand that, and it's sad because I feel like we are really getting thrown behind. Like it's sad. This is another way to keep us in slavery, in slaves. Just think about it. They do child support, right? They put child support in place up a happy home. Why would a father pay child support to a mother that they still living with? Break us up.
Sis said, why would child support make a father pay child support to a mother that he's still living with? Are y'all married legally? Because if you're married legally, then obviously there would be no child support, right? Now, if y'all shacking up, okay, and you're not married legally, and Diamond, if you are a person, a woman, a mother, technically single, if you're not married, even if you got a boo thing living with you, if you are a recipient of the government assistance of your state, and there is a man that is still living and breathing who says he's the father to the children that belong to you and him, it's not the government's responsibility to feed y'all children and to make sure y'all children have medical insurance. That's the responsibility of said parents. So it could be possible that child support could be in place because that's not your husband, sis. Yet it is your baby daddy that lives with you. Okay, baby? Is that a good enough explanation for you? If you don't want your man to pay child support to you because y'all live together, then make your man give you his last name. Yeah, and then there won't be an issue. Okay? Now, did I say that in a way that you can understand it? Wine glass. Okay, girl, let's finish, y'all.
Can be unstable. People don't think like this. They don't understand like this. They just think, oh, it's all about competition. It's more. Listen to the music that they're teaching our young kids. This music is telling our young daughter. A lot of people is like, you're raising a black daughter. I am raising a black daughter, and I'm going to do it better than anybody, right? But this music is teaching our black daughters to chase after pimps, to chase after people who's balling, to be with a man that has a whole family. But if he got money, he's good enough for me. And it's sad to say, and I don't care what nobody say, it's sad to say, instead of getting you a wholesome man that wants to be in your life, and it's not about money, right?
Now, sis, let me say this to you. You're right, Wine Glass. This music is very influenced. Our children are very influenced by the music of today, by social media. You are definitely right about that, ma'am. Now, I will say this to you. Now, are you saying when you drive your car, you don't listen to the urban music to come out the sound of your speakers? Are you don't indulge in any of the urban music? Is that what you're saying? Because sis, if you're driving down the car or down the street in your car and you got your children in the car, what y'all listening to? Kid Bop the whole time? You never turn on your Pandora, you never turn on, I don't know, your YouTube music, or you never turn on your radio and listen to the gyrating of the words of the day come out your speakers. Is that what you're saying? Now, talk about getting a wholesome man. And I guess you're implying that you have said wholesome man. Now, Wine Glass, I can't tell you that your man's not wholesome because, girl, if you like it, I love it for you, sis. But I be damn. If I sit up here and tell the world I got me a wholesome man, and this whole man that's wholesome and living with me had me out here working, getting up at 4, 5 o'clock in the morning while he's snugged up in the bed. Yeah, baby, that don't sound too wholesome to me. Okay? And it appears at times that you're the muscle in this relationship because you're the one coming up with all the ideals, and Bae just sitting back either nodding yes or shaking his head no. That's it. Even when you went on the house tour, when you went and looked at that house that was, what'd you say, it was cute? That's what you kept saying, everything in the house was cute. Bae wasn't even there. At least Peach McIntyre can get Wood to hold the camera. Girl, you can't even get Mr. Robert over there to hold the damn camera for you.
This is our whole segment. Our black community is struggling, and it's all around money. Let's just put it like that. If they doing better than the next person, they are jealous, envious, miserable because they want to be in that same predicament. Everybody can eat out here. Everybody can win. Everybody can get this money just like everybody else, but they so jealous. They like, why she got, you know what I mean? They just jealous because some things that they don't have, they wish they had, and they start to hate somebody. They start to get jealous of it. They start to be envious, right? So this is why I want to do t-shirts that has very, very positive quotes on them. So we can rock these t-shirts, so we can always remind ourselves we are good enough.
So hold on. So you're saying what? Okay, so you're saying the way to cure the culture is to wear your t-shirts? So are you saying your t-shirts is something like kryptonite? So are you saying once we put your t-shirts on, when we have had many people, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and a host of other activists well before our time to try to fight for our equal rights. So are you saying all the work that they put in was in vain because all we need to do is put on your t-shirt? Okay, girl. I mean, right.
I feel like a lot of times we as Black people, we don't feel like we good enough. Sometimes I feel like I'm not good enough. And I know everybody think that sometime and know if you good enough or not. This is why I want to do this. I want to give back positive because I feel like our community is so much negative, it's so much hate, and it's sad. And it's crazy because when I say I move, like I I refuse for my kids to go to a school that I got bullied, that they wasn't teaching me. I'd rather for my kids to go to a school. And I know that's hard for people to swallow because they like, oh my God, you're not supporting us.
Girl,
It's
my guys, I want you to hush. So if your kids go to suburban school, you're saying that they're better, girl. Honey, girl, look around the hell. The suburbs getting just as worse as the inner city because they pushing everybody from the inner city out to the suburbs. I want her to be quiet.
because the only reason why I don't want my kids there is because of the treatment I got. They got bullied. I got bullied. I don't want my kids to get bullied. I want my kids to learn. I feel like if you have an area, right? If you have a city that's majority poor, they
I
don't
agree,
give a lot of
Latrice.
funding to them in teaching. So your kids is
Wine
doing
glass. The support for schools is across the board. There's a lot of funding that doesn't come into the schools. There's a lot of funding that doesn't go into suburban schools. Wine glass. I don't know if you've noticed. There's a lot of suburban schools that don't even have the after school activity bus anymore because they have cut funding. It's just not in public school since it's across the board. That's why there's so many. What do you call those schools? What's the name of the schools? It's not public. It's the charter. That's why a lot of charter schools have came about. Yeah, it's not just she thinks because if you're in public school system, you're just a horrible individual and you're just not gonna, since that's not it. Now there are some public schools that are horrible, but there are also some schools in the suburban areas that if you did a grading on them, probably are not getting A's and B's. They're probably getting C's and D's. It's based off the school, sis. It's based off the testing. It's based off the testing and how the schools is ranking by the testing. JJ Rahalik said, my son is in private and I am not satisfied with the private school. Girl.
If they do or doomed if they don't, right? Because they're not paying the teachers enough so they can care about the students, right? And then once they stop caring, then the kids stop caring, right? Then they come up in the community, they like, oh, they think they better than us, they richer than us. I will pay more for rent for where I'm at than live in the inner city. I'm sorry. This is how it is. This is how and I feel that I have to do this now. And where I stayed at was majority Black people.
I mean, wine glass, the majority of Milwaukee is Black people. Let's be honest, sis. And here's the thing: there are a lot of school. Well, let me say this: there are a lot of areas in Milwaukee that are not bad. Like all of Milwaukee is not horrible, but there is a big part of Milwaukee that is not. No disrespect to the people who are currently living there. I am not trying to disrespect you, sis. Okay. Like, let's be honest. In all cities, there's bad parts of Chicago, Cincinnati, Dallas, Houston, Oregon. Cities in Oregon. I mean, there are cities that there are good parts of and bad parts of. But Wineglass is like, she does not like Milwaukee. She feels Milwaukee is beneath her, and if she wants to feel that way, she can definitely feel that way. I'm not saying that she shouldn't feel the way she needs to feel, but I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what age Wineglass was when her mother moved her to Waukesha. I don't know what age she was. I don't know if she was in elementary, middle, or high school. But it's obvious whatever time she spent in the Waukesha school system didn't help her, right? Maybe she was so far gone, they just said, you know what? I don't know, because unfortunately, and I'm saying this not jokingly, I'm saying this seriously, it did not help her because, you know, you could just listen to the way she talked. She doesn't use the right type of vocabulary. She has the concept of what she wants to say, but when she used the words to say, use them in the right context.
The only reason, like, if I was in a school, right, they have to make money like I'm making. They have to be middle class or rich if it's majority of Black people that goes to school. If I'm going to send my son.
Wait, hold on. You said they got to make money like you're making. What type of money are you making? Oh, so you're middle class and you get food stamps? Well, since when middle class folks getting food stamps? I thought that was for the poor. Wait, what? Not you middle class and got your baby daddy on your food stamp case. Remember, you showed us that. Huh. That's a new one.
To that. And it's sad to say, because I feel like as poor people, our mind is set on we can never make it out, so we're going to always be jealous and envy of somebody. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. And then I really don't like how they don't give back. Like even everybody else, they don't give back to the poor. They don't. I'm not saying other Black communities. I'm saying the government. They don't pay our teachers, our Black teachers that's in the community, that's down in the city, that's poor. They're not going to pay them much as people in the suburbs.
All right, guys, where did you hear that from? Sis, did you not know that if you got a student loan and if there's a loan forgiveness for teachers if they work in is it called under, what is the word they use? Is it under prime, or if it's a poor area? Let me use, that's not the right word, but I can't think of the actual word. I think it's underdeveloped or something like that, that they do a loan forgiveness for those teachers. Were you not aware of that? Yeah, there are benefits of teachers, be it you Black, white, Mexican, Chinese, whatever, underperforming. Thank you, Numi. Underperforming or underprivileged, one of those two words. There are benefits where they'll do a loan forgiveness. I mean, there's a amount of time that you have to work in that school. And if you complete that time frame, I don't know if it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years. I'm not really sure. However, there is a time frame that you have to complete. And if you complete that, they will forgive your whole student loan. Sis. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying teachers in the suburban areas might get paid a couple more dollars. I mean, that, but one thing about working for the public schools, a lot of the public schools they're employees of the state, so they get those state benefits. Wine glass. Girl, did you know anything about that?
And that's crazy. Like my nephew, for a prime example, he goes to inner city schools. They don't even have tablets. My son has tablets. He does all his work on a tablet. They don't have tablets. They don't pay them much for their teachers to care. Even my sister is a teacher. They don't pay them much to even survive.
Your sister that's living with you is a teacher? What, is she a teacher's aide, or is she a 4-year college graduate degree teacher. She got a bachelor's because she a teacher and she living with you. Why? What happened?
And it stems down. I'm telling you, it goes so deep, y'all. And this is why I want to give back to my babies, little bitty girls that's growing up that don't know, that don't have the mom. We have moms out here, and it's crazy how on me and these content creators, right? That's you keep on saying you calling CPS, all that crap, right? These comments, right? I'm just saying the people in the comments, not everybody, the negative people that's in the comments that's always talking this mess that I don't really care because I still show up, y'all, right?
Underserved communities. Thank you.
So I lost my train of thought, y'all. So
you lost your train of thought because there is no thought. That's why you lost it.
I was saying was, y'all lost my train of thought. Hold on. Parents out here that takes their kids food stamps, buy them what they want, and feed their kids nothing but noodles. It's parents out here that will not pay rent and go splurge it on themselves and don't get their kids. I seen a parent that pissed me off so bad. She had on, and this was in the inner city. She had on brand new shoes, brand new clothes, a brand new coat, and her babies looked it raggedy. They didn't have their hair done, and she had eyelashes, nails done, and she was at a book bag event for the kids. You know what I mean? She was trying to get her a man, and her daughter was like, "Mommy, you look cute." And it's sad because her daughter didn't look up to par. They looked like they didn't even have clean clothes on. They didn't even have new shoes on. How can you do that to your kid? You know what I mean? So quick to call CPS on me, call CPS on these parents that's not doing what they supposed to be doing. I know an individual, I know somebody. I'm just going to say it. I know somebody that would take their kids' money and don't give it to them, period, and do what they want to do. That belongs to them and do what they want to do with it. Child support. These girls get paid these big old child supports. You think they go in there and go get their kids some shoes, some clothes? Do they pay their rent? No, they don't.
Wine glass, be quiet. There are a lot of mothers out here that definitely do right by their children, and there also are mothers that don't. So when you speak, you need to say the difference. You need to show that you do understand there is a difference. There are a lot of mothers out here that don't do this. However, there are a lot of mothers out here that do. You don't need to speak in general, because if that's the case, you just put yourself in the same conversation that you're talking about. You just stuck yourself in that same conversation. So you need to make a distinction between the type of people that you're discussing, sis. You can't just speak in general because everybody doesn't fall into that in general topic that you're talking.
It's sad to say these parents, they thought process is, I need to impress anybody so they will not say I'm a bum. And it's sad. It's sad. And when you come out here to the suburbs, they don't care what you wear. These people out here wearing Skechers. They do not care what you wear. They
Wine
don't care how.
glass. Let me tell you something of suburbs. There are people out there that that are living, but there's a lot of suburban areas. Again, a lot of people have pushed, a lot of cities, they have pushed a lot of the population out of the inner city into the suburban areas because they're trying to fix up the inner city to bring the younger, what's the word I'm looking for, business 9-to-5ers back to the downtown areas and things of that nature. There are a lot of suburban areas that take Section 8. There's a lot of people with Section 8 that live in the suburbs, Wine Glass. They have apartments in the suburbs that take Section 8. They have low income in the section and low income apartments in the suburban areas. She act like if you in the suburban areas, nobody out there renting. Aren't you a renter living in the suburban area? She think everybody in the suburbs are homeowners. Where aren't you? Your mama live in an apartment. Your mama don't live in a house that she owns. She lives in an apartment. Before you moved, before you got put out of that other apartment, you and your mama lived in the same apartment complex, and she's still there. Wine Glass, yeah. She's talking about Skechers. What's wrong with Skechers?
Hair look, as long as you come to school and you on your best behavior, that's all they care about when they come here. And they welcome you in like you their family. And it's sad because when you go into the inner city, they don't, well, where this is where I'm at, they don't welcome you. They are hostile and stuff. They don't welcome you. And it's sad. It's sad. And a lot of people, they're so worried about other people, men, they not worried about what they need to do with their life. And it's sad. But yeah, I just want to get back to the young babies that's out here being positive. Like, it's so hard if you surround yourself around a negative environment, you won't have nowhere to go.
It definitely does sound like she's a little jealous of the girls that can get out here and splurge their coins and got a man that can replace the money for the money that they're splurging. It definitely sounds like she's a little jealous, a little bit.
Positive word. How can you get it? Some people are so consumed with their life that they can't see outside of it. And it's sad. It's sad. That's me. That was me when I was younger, right? I went to an inner city school. I'm thinking, dang, I'm going to get bullied for the rest of my life. And then my mom put me in a different school and I'm in a whole different reality. And that's the truth behind it. I want to give back. I want to give back to my babies. That's all I want to do. I want to give back to my babies. I want to give back to my women that's out here like me, that's struggling, that's trying to do the best that they can. And this is all that they got, but they need a little bit more positivity. That's all I want to do. I want to get back to my women, period. Women, men, kids. That's my goal.
Wait a minute. Why, girl, bye. I don't even want to talk to you no more. Sis said she just want to give back. She don't care who it is, man, woman, child, chicken, dog, cat. She don't care. She just wants you to wear her t-shirt. She want, here's my thing. It's not that, same thing. It's not that Wine Glass wants to be this inspirational chick, okay? Wine Glass is thinking of another way to make money. Okay, let's be honest, sis. Now, there are some people that do have passion for the things that they produce for the world to consume. And then you have some people that are just driven by the coin, I think Wine Glass is in that class. I think she's driven by the coin. And it's her speaking like people are jealous of her and her man. You can definitely tell that the people that Wine Glass associate with, I don't know if she has any homegirls. I remember a few years ago, after she had that last baby, it was a couple years ago, she did a video where she had went out with some girls. I'm assuming those were homegirls of her. Maybe a cousin or two was sprinkled. It was a group of women, probably about 5 women, right? And it definitely sounds like the people that Wine Glass associates with are the people that she speaks of in these videos. Because if Wine Glass would open her horizon, she talk about what women are doing and jealous and this and look at Peach McIntyre, a woman she idolizes, like it's the ridiculousness for me. Okay. Just ridiculous. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, she can definitely have her points of views. I just hate how Wine Glass gets on here and don't do her research. And she speaks like she is just a plethora of information, and she's not. Right? A lot of what Wine Glass talks about is very backdated. A lot of what she discussed is things she hear other people say, and she takes conversations and she just fuses them all together, and she speaks on general terms instead of making some significance in her conversation. You said they low income in Waukesha as well too. Yeah, I remember my cousin was trying to get into these low income apartments in Waukesha. This was years ago. Yeah, my cousin was trying to get into some low income apartments in Waukesha. That's how I was familiar with Waukesha, because I remember when I was in Milwaukee. I used to spend a lot of summers in Milwaukee when I was younger, right? Because like I said, my grandfather lived there. I got cousins, aunt, child, I got a bunch of people in Milwaukee. So I'm very familiar with Milwaukee. I spent a lot of summers there. So, and I mean, she's not lying. Like, Milwaukee is not like the creme de la creme, but however, there are some good, honest, hardworking people there. There are homeowners, love their houses and love their property. Unfortunately, you just got ignorance all over the world and around you, and people that could bring your property value down. That's just not in Milwaukee. That's across the United States. Robert told her his tax refund was taken by child support. That's why she is down in child support. Wait, what tax refund? He was working somewhere? Oh, you said Roberta. Roberta told her his tax refund was taken by child support. That's why she is down there. Now, how she know that? Did he show you proof, sis? Did he show you the letter that came in the mail? Did he show you proof, sis? And then here's the gag. Robert knew the check was going to be taken by child support, but he wanted to make sure that other baby mama was over there living swell versus her. Clock that T. He knew the check was going to get taken. Hence the reason why he went on and claimed it, because he was trying to chop that child support down. She over here worrying about the security deposit the apartments took. $600 of that money was his. She over here worrying about that. And he over here worrying about the other baby mama. Huh? Girl, a mess. I don't know, Miss TLD. I don't know where he got a tax rate. He probably didn't say he was self-employed. Okay, you got the self-employed girls and gals out here. Yes, he knew and still ain't getting a job. Right, exactly. This girl Fancy, he knew the check was gonna get taken. That's why he filed it, so he can knock some of that child support down. He probably had a little conversation with the baby mama. she probably was like, yeah, your baby mama wine glass or diamond, she all on the internet acting like y'all over there living Big Willie and Ninja. You ain't gave me no money in months for these kids. And he said, well, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go file these taxes. I'm gonna make her think I'm getting a refund, but really I'm filing because I know child support won't take it, so you can go and get it and get up on your feet. All right. That was the conversation with the other baby mama that Roberto had. She behind in bills. She said it in a vlog ago. She's trying to get her money back from the bank after the chime scheme failed. Girl, a mess. Okay? A mess. He get his refund. He made sure to tell her that they both were waiting on the bank debacle money. Exactly. She needs to take her meds before she pick up that camera. Lord Shannon said, he said, I self-employed without proof. Okay, little butter. I know that's like one of his child's mother refuses to send her over to their house. Oh, really? Yeah, because Wine Glass probably act real funny with his other children. You could tell she that tight. Although those kids may have came before her or during her, however, there's still you decided to stay with them, and so you got to come with them. And you could tell Wine Glass, she probably was like, y'all know Jasmine wasn't happy when Philip other kids was come over. Honey, she would get real tense and she would start having headaches, and her anxiety would be all over the place in them old videos of Jasmine when Jasmine was with Philip. And you said, Wine Glass gives me a headache. I think she gives her own self a damn headache, y'all. I'm sipping my Henny, about to soak in my tub, trying to erase her from my mind. Listen, sis, I can't do it. I don't know, y'all. Wine Glass is a mess, but it was her talking about the whole purpose of reaction videos was to discredit the channels and get them to run off the internet. Hence, she's still up here. That's never been the reason for a reaction video. Okay, it's never been the reason, even if that's what the people think. In my opinion, for the majority, I'm gonna start for me. That my videos are never coming from a place where I want you to get up off this internet. It always came from a place of disbelieving, because I can't believe you own this internet talking and doing what you saying and doing. I wonder if he's gonna pay her $5 for answering all those questions. Baby, she answered all them questions for free. Got on this internet and told the people she charging $5 for positive questions and sat in that whole live stream and answers all those questions for FREE. Okay, girl. Woo! Okay, y'all, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Wine glass and gave me a damn headache, baby. I'm like Paulette. Let me go sip on this hen dog. I'm playing, y'all. I don't even drink, but it just sounded cute to say. Let me go sip on this hen dog, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, girl. Remember, sub what you love. Bye.